Tort reform. What is tort reform? Well, it's the civil justice system of really addressing a wrong and damages as a result of the wrong. The concern in South Carolina has been, do we have jackpot justice or do we have justice? And over the years, that's gotten debated with different sides. Now, here in the Senate, we're confronted with it again on the question of punitive damages. Punitive damages are damages that are supposedly for conduct that is reckless, it's egregious, it shocks the public, and we want to be sure and that it doesn't occur again, and that there are impediments. So punitive damages become a way of punishing someone for really reckless conduct. The question has come, though, how far should the punishment be? Should it be unlimited? Should there be caps? Should the caps come into play at certain places, and should there be exemptions so that somebody, for instance, in the manufacture of a product who knows that the product could be harmful but figures that they can get out cheaper by just paying the damages instead of doing more research or changing their product. There's concern that if the caps are too low, that it might reward that type of behavior. So here we need to balance the right of people who are injured to have those rights protected, but we also need to make sure that we don't have jackpots, and that is that you get way more and it punishes the whole system and becomes a system that we can't afford. Because if we can't afford it and we're not competitive with other states, then it translates into economic development and into jobs. Seatbelt issue will come up, not over whether you got to wear it or not. You already have to do that. The question is whether or not it should be admissible on the question of damages. People who are of the opinion that seatbelt should not be admissible unless it's a major event point out this, which to me seems right. What is the first thing people do if their car is smoking or something? They unbuckle to get out of the car. If they've got children, they unbuckle to check on the children. Or they may unbuckle to get their papers out of their glove compartment. Should they be penalized when the policeman arrives and he says, you don't have on your seatbelt? There are complicating issues in all of this. And as the next week or so goes forward, the Senate will grapple with these issues and try to come to something which keeps the state competitive, make sure we're fair to everybody. But we're in almost what you call global competition, and we need to make sure that South Carolina is in the 21st century in terms of its tort laws.